KSM Show.
Yeah, my name is Saul Amafio, and if you want to see a good show on television, none come better than KSM. It's the best show in town.
We're back! And if you see me this excited, it's because I am, man. Today, I am fired up because I have my main man, Gyedu-Blay Ambolley, my brother from another mother in the house. Gyedu, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, KSM.
Wow.
Always, any given time, man.
It's great to have you here, man.
Yeah.
And we go way back. And Charlie, you are a legend, man.
I'm in the circles of music. I'm in the circles of music, in the circles of movies and the theaters and so on.
Yeah.
But we all fall in the same circles anyway.
We all in the same
because
circles,
it's part and parcel of entertainment anyway.
Thank you for telling me that you are in the circle of music. And I have my group here. Anyway, show some love for that Choco Jazz man. They want to back you to do one of your songs for us. So we'll take one, and before you go, we'll take another one. So, which one? What are you doing? Which one are you doing?
You know, Highlife is very more essential for us. You know, so we need to pay that respect to Highlife before we add any other one.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first song is
it's going to be Ajumisa.
Ajumisa. Show some love. So folks, Gyedu-Blay in the house live, and is going to be doing for us one of my favorite tracks of all time anyway, Ajumisa.
Yes.
Okay, boss.
Yeah.
The mic is yours. Show some love, man.
I'm walking, see Gracie man, be there under control, see Gracie man, all of your benches, see Gracie man, all of your benches, see good one, I do a train, I'm walking, see Gracie man, be there under control, see Gracie man, all of your benches, see Gracie man, all of your benches, see good one, I told a great so 1, 2, 3, here bow.
That was solid, man. Oh. Wow, man. Yeah. I'm in the presence of awesomeness.
Oh, my brother.
You know something? I was checking this, and you know when you started rap in Ghana?
Yes.
You started. I'm saying you know, but I'm sure you know. You know, rap became very popular in the U.S. 1978.
Yes, 78, 79.
Yeah. Was it the Sugar Hill Gang? And
Sugar Hill Gang and Rapper's Delight.
Yes,
yes. Yeah.
78. You started rap in Ghana in 1973.
Yes. I mean, first commercially ever recorded rap music in the whole wide world.
Was you?
It was me.
Put your hands together, man. You should be in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes, that's why I'm challenging them, because I think somebody made a mistake, though.
They did.
Because anything coming out of Africa, they down look upon it.
Yeah.
And it's time for us to get up.
Yeah.
And challenge them and let them take it back up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's such a feeling, man. And look, we are in 2020.
Yeah.
And I was talking about listening to your first album that drove Ghana crazy in 1973.
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
You're still a master of showbiz.
The action is on.
The action is on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How have you done it, man? And when you know, I was introducing you, I said, I enjoyed your music.
Yeah.
My children did.
Yeah.
My grandchildren
Yes.
love you,
Yes.
man.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you know, anything that we do, if we do it out of love, if we do it out of truth and everything, it always stands. Because Bob Marley is dead how many years back now? But when they play Bob Marley's music, you still see that it's fresh, isn't it? Yeah. Because of the time they took in putting the music together. So that's the kind of advice that I've been giving to the up-and-coming ones. And, that anything that you're doing, make sure that, first of all, you love what you're doing. Secondly, put the truth behind your words and everything. Because these are the two things that, if they are properly combined, they always stand out.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. Cocoman, I'm sure you're listening. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Blay, I mean, to when it all started. When did you first start seeing that my music can be something I'm going to get into? When did you?
You know, the instigation was coming out of where I grew up. You know, because it's a port city. The seamen that travel outside, coming back, they came back with records. And they helped us to know American music and things like that, and connect with James Browns and all that. And in growing up, I saw that even my classmates found out that I was going to become a musician. Because one time, most of us went outside and saw these public movies. You know, the ones that they show outside, whereby people go and see it and things like that. And we were watching a movie, and out of the blue, they showed Broadway dance band. And from my classmates, everybody, Ambolley!
Really?
So it looks like they even saw it before me.
Wow.
That there were some musicalities, you know, somewhere in the veins of Gyedu-Blay Ambolley.
About the music in
About the one can show and one tell.
Wow. I don't know, I think I was reading somewhere that you love music so much. There was this record shop when you were growing up.
Yeah.
You used to go and sit by the record shop for hours, listening to music.
Yes, because I have to pass through where the record shop was to go to my mother's house to go and eat. But when I get there, the music always made me to forget that I was hungry.
Wow.
Because in Secondary, we had Broadway bands and CK bands and the Railway Dance bands and the Weavers and the Skylarks and all of them. But we didn't know bands that were coming from Accra and Kumasi and all that. But this man made me to know that, because the music that he was playing G.T. Masons, you know, playing Stargazers in the Broadway, I mean, talking about Globe Masters And I mean, it really opened my mind.
Wow.
So anytime I go there, I had to, you know, stand there for almost about 2 hours.
Listening to the music?
Just listen to the music. But I'm glad that I did that because that was an ear training for me. Because most of the solo works and things, I was whistling there with my mouth and things like so. The motivation was right there.
Wow.
And
when you say ear training, for those of us who are, well, what is ear training?
Because, you know, music is coming in different, you know, categories, different forms, different keys and all that. You must be able to identify, you know, different forms of keys and things like that. And when somebody is playing solo, you listen and see where he's, you know, driving at, you know, the formations of his solo works and all that. And I was able to identify that, you know, right from my school days.
Wow.
And it made me to know that I think my gift to music and to the world is going to be music.
Music. Who are your icons then? Growing up at that age, listening to the people, record store listening to, who are your icons? Were there particular musicians?
Yeah. I mean, there was a band in Kumasi called the Stargazers Band. You know, Stargazers, Ebo Taylor was part of it, Eddie Kwanzaa was part of it, Adle Biongenim. You know, these are all guys who are good instrumental players. And I used to love them because the Stargazers wasn't a big band. You know, just, you know, 3 horns, you know, guitar, bass, drums, and things like that. But what you hear, you know, was a good motivator. Apart from that, I was also listening to more of Broadway band because Broadway was a big band. And that time there was a recording company called Decca Records. And so they were recording all these forms of bands. And, you know, we had radio stations that time it was only GBC.
It was only GBC, that's it.
Yeah. And most of the time with the box, GBC box, and then, they played. And I'm glad that, you know, that time we didn't have so many radio stations and things like that. But the little that we had, you know, was a good training for me. You know, so I made up my mind to pursue.
What was the first musical instrument that attracted you, that you learned to play of all the...
Yeah, it was the drums.
Oh, okay. Start with drums.
Yeah, because, you know, bands in secondary, most of them were playing for funerals, you know, outdoorings and, you know, weddings and all that. But many a time when the bands were playing, I just go and stand and looking at the drummer, using both his hands, both his feet. And things like that, and combining them. I was fascinated with that.
Wow.
So I told a certain man who was a guitar player, you know, that I'm very much interested into learning the drums. But he told me that you want to learn the drums, but no availability, man, for you. There's no drums that you can, you know, but the guitar I can teach you, and things like that. But if I want to learn the drums, that means I have to leave secondary and go to truck riding.
Okay.
And me, school board, you know, transport and everything was even hard for me. So when he said he was going to teach me the guitar, I said yes.
Oh, wow.
So he was the first one who taught me the 4 chords.
So you started with the guitar, actually?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm glad that I did start with the guitar because guitar is a chordal instrument. You know, even here or Europe and things like that, if you learn music, they will tell you to learn piano. Because it's a chordal instrument, you know, the melodies and the chords, you know, backing and all that. And guitar is almost the same. So I took up the guitar. He taught me the 4 chords. And the 4 chords talking about C, D minor, F, and J7 and all that. Because most of the highlights that we play are mostly based on these chords.
I see.
You know,
so how old were you then when you started listening to the guitar?
I was about 13.
About 13?
Yeah.
Okay. So then from there, then you got access to learn the drums as well?
No, the drums I didn't.
So you didn't pursue the drums?
I didn't because...
You went to
Yeah, when I picked up the guitar, I joined the Railway Dance Band.
Okay.
You know, and Ebo Taylor. No, first it was the late Samelati. And Samelati taught me the rudiments of music and all that. And after Samelati left and came to lead the GBC band, you know, Ghana Broadcasting Band. So Ebo Taylor, you know, came to take over. And when Ebo Taylor took over, Ebo Taylor is a guitar player anyway. So we were there and I was singing, trying to play, but Ebo Taylor told me to pick up the bass because the bass player of the band left. So he told me to pick up the bass. guitar and bass, they are, you know, just about, say how many, about 2 strings difference and things like that. So I pick up the bass. And since I knew a little about the guitar, bass wasn't the problem.
Okay.
You know, and that was it.
Let's go to the hit that blew up in Ghana, Simikwa Do.
Yeah.
And folks, so take a look one more time at the album. Take a look at it. And
yeah.
Look at you, man, wearing the collar and everything.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you know, look at the groups then, you know.
Yeah.
We had in a suit.
Yeah.
Well dressed.
Yeah.
What prompted this look?
You know, AC Bonds was making, you know, recording artists and things like that. And most of the time, looking at the other artists and things like that, when they finished recording, they had to go and take pictures. And going to take pictures, everybody was in suit, tie, and all the everybody in suit, tie. You know, and I looked at the whole thing, I said, no, man, suit, tie, we have something here, man. And we have to represent what we have. So I took a look back and I said, oh, Charlie, you know, school days, you know, we used to put cloth around your neck. So,
and one bow
yeah, a bow collar, you know. So, yeah. And because of the Simigwa thing that we do, that's why I made my face like that.
Yes.
You know, I made my face like, you know, that kind of format. Hey, man.
That was...
I mean, one later part in my life when I went to America and things like that, I saw that my album was a real blowout because the white people, they couldn't get enough of that.
Wow.
They haven't seen anything like that. Album with the, you know, different color and all that kind of, whoo. And I said, yeah. So it means that I took a right decision at that time because, you know, anything that we do, we need to represent, you know, especially our culture and where we came from. And I'm glad that I did that because when I listened and looked at my reissues of my albums in Europe and things like that, these albums are all part and parcel of it. And the white people, they never ever stop talking about it. You know, so thank you, Lord.
This was a decision you made.
Yes.
You know, and the liberty.
Yep.
That was because you had a dance.
Yeah, we had a dance.
Yeah.
And the dance is that part. You see, the dance became a fascinated, you know, form of a dance because anytime that we're doing it, the passerbys, when they reach there, they stop. And they be looking and they burst into laugh.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, everybody, you know, we are friends of about 5.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll start, then one person will enter into the middle. Because in doing that, we'll form a circle.
Okay.
And one guy will enter into the middle and start doing his own thing. And when he leaves, the next person that goes in there has to do something different from what he did. That's where creativity was deriving, you know, things like that. So when we get there, there was one guy called Andrew Smith, you know, Ray Smith. Man, he's a blowout, man. I can say that everything that we were doing, I can say that he was the leader of what we were doing. Because the formation of dance and the facial, you know, expressions and that, he was doing it even worse than me, you know. And I saw that and I looked at it and I said, okay, when I got involved into music, I said, man, I need to revive this. Because when I saw people having, you know, becoming happy, you know, when they get to where we were and things like that, I said, man, you need to infuse this into your music. And lo and behold.
So you put the music and just blew up.
Lo and behold. I mean, I remember when I came out with this, you know, most of the politicians, those were in their school days, and many of them were doing it at school. They were dancing, and even I remember I met one of them at +233. He said, Ambolley, you don't know. When I was at school, they called me Ambolley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was doing my thing, and he was, hey, Ambolley. So from then on, anybody see him, they called him Ambolley.
They called him Ambolley.
Ambolley and things like that.
Those tests were something else, man. And then you had your hand.
Man.
Can you do a few now? Now you...
Oh, it's all about the Kwaji sir. It's all that someone about her, someone takes someone her, someone about he, but you know, yeah, man. So, you know, because it's part and parcel of entertainment. You know, entertainment, you have to make the people happy anyway. So I took it upon myself infused that into the music that I did, especially the words. Apart from the dancing, the words.
Yeah.
You know, about the bullfrog, about the tuza.
Yeah.
You know,
and
about
I want to talk about the words, but we have to take a short commercial break. So let's take a break. When we come back, let's start from the words. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
KSM Show.
Etiefo, se wope wine and sata, me pacho pi, shishe man family wine. I'm rantie miensa wo mu free Stellenbosch, South Africa ye ne kwine. Red wine awuduni bi ene Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot ena Syrah. White wine nso ebi ne Chardonnay ene Chanel Blanc. Wo pese wo enjoy wine ya, me pacho pi. White wine no 7 ice cold and a red wine nso maninya cool kakra. Wo pache de bi dia mo pani bia. Man family wine. Wo ye party ane ye nso a ema rain free man family wine. Artist option was Spintex Road in Krankwa and a sole distributor ewo Ghana. At phone for 020-811-0618 059-261-1618 and 020-816-1601. Man family wine obia see ye nom ni nyansemu wonto many pa woni fie dumotwe ensesa penfo num bie FDA ahwehwe sa edwedie nkrato imagya to mu se eye
ahwefo ene de ya sanda bibi foforo abadwa so eye erata yenton cars nkoa se open quick service open so maintain wo car ubetimi aba ye wo original synthetic oil, that is castor oil for high grade cars, and your low ones, and we have the Speedmate oil from Korea, your brake pads, your oil filters, your all the original items that you need for your car. Ball joints need be and it is all per quick service about your car. Please don't hesitate. Bombardier Bray Rata Motors, ne baby biama. So we party be na why dinner mount na winya. Ubamadim bar, Ubami who party, you better chances no by other party now at a very reasonable cost. It is said that there are some for and about.